Smoky Mountain Computers. Today is Wednesday, November 6th. The Go Green PC Tune-Up guy. Today's letter is Z. It's the last letter of the alphabet, but by no means the last letter that we're done with. So, this video is brought to you by Ohana. That stands for family. 2016 mug, when we had the national event, biennial event here in Reno, Sparks, Nevada, twice, 2016, 2018, and in 2020 we'll be in Hawaii. So I won't be going, but a lot of my friends who are will be there, so mahalo. Good. Ohana 2016. So anyhow, thank you though for all the people there that let me help them. Eric, Richard, so on and so forth. All the great professors. So, Z for zebra. So let's talk about the first one. Zebra Technologies. In 1993, I wrote the first Windows driver for the Zebra printers. Great opportunity. I was at Microsoft Manufacturing and Software Replication. We had a guy who's a skydiver. His name's Ernie, sales guy for Zebra. His vice president of sales was Vicky. They're out of Chicago. Took me 3 months to get around to writing the driver to save us over, what, $2 million a year by getting rid of these old OTC continuous feed laser printers and using thermal label printers. It was an awesome project, saved us millions, but it took me 3 months to get to the project and then a month to write the software with the help of some of the programmers at Zebra Technologies. So, big shout out to Ernie, Vicky, and the language was ZPL, Zebra Programming Language. I learned that. It took me about a week or two to learn how to write it and then wrapper it around all of our manufacturing software integrated into our system. It was cool. We did have to get David Johnston back because he had wrote one of the drivers that converts the rasterized bits to what I needed for the output because there was a single bit formula problem on the far right hand side. But he came back, fixed that. He was great. Hey David, I know you're out there. You did good with Cool Edit Pro 32 and then sold it to Adobe, became Adobe Edition, and I don't know where you're at now, doing some sort of Zenlight stuff. So anyhow, big shout out to David, good guy. So what else? Z for Zebra Technologies, the Z91, Z140s, very cool. Xeon processors. I got one customer that has 30-some Xeon computers, and those things are expensive and they're butt slow. Why? It's because the video cards they put in, the company that did the job, put in cheesy ass video cards for civil engineering. They didn't spend as much money on the processors, on the video cards, as they did the processors and the RAM. So anyhow, Xeon processors, they suck. They're good for servers, 1U, 2U in the data center. They're good for continuous heavy lifting, but other than that, on the desktop, it's a joke. It's a joke. You gotta have some like quick i7 8700s. Or, I don't know, AMD equivalent, you know. We are going to start running the 3700Xs shortly. We looked at the 2700s, but when it comes to Xeon, very expensive. AMD, Ryzen 2, Ryzen 3, not so expensive. So, ZIF socket, Z for ZIF. Zero insertion force socket, okay? I remember when we used to put a processor on a motherboard and take it off, we had to use a removal tool to be very careful not to bend the pins. And then they created like a little set screw to open and close the pins inside a socket. And then they had a lever which opens and closes where you set the socket into the processor into a socket with a key. You know, find the gold triangle on the corner. So zero insertion force, ZIF sockets are cool. Zero insertion force. Okay. Zendesk. Anybody know Zendesk? It's okay, you know. I mean, I like Spiceworks better. So, anyhow, there's another one called FreshDesk. It's a new one out there. I think the Reno Airport's using FreshDesk. I think the city's using some version of it. There's also Zoho Assist and Zoho Desk and things like that. So, a lot of cloud stuff, a lot of hacking going on with this desk stuff. So, be careful. We use RT. It just stands for Request Tracker. I've used Spiceworks, very good, but gets caught into these auto email loopback replies with other message senders. So that's a bad thing. Zendesk, zero day, zero exploit viruses and bugs. They're all over the place. It just means that the day the exploit is released is the same. The day it's found is the day it's released, and the day it's exploited. That's why it says 0 day. So we're going pretty fast today, but I got a lot to do. It's this afternoon, and I'm tired. And 2 days after power outages, and my schedule's packed. So back to Z, last Z, zip. Zips is a compression format. You used to have to pay for it, WinZip, back in the day, and then Microsoft used just compressed folders. However, it was very cool, very cool. When we were at Microsoft, we used LHA. It's a utility, LHA, and the format was LZH. Extremely slow to compress, fast to decompress. We use that for our disk images and floppy images. It's a good way to store and archive, stuff. I love LHA. I don't know, I think that's about it. So anything else on Z? Zebra, Xeon processors, zip sockets, Zendesk, 0 day exploits, and zip compression format. That's it. You know what? It's the beginning of November. We've only got about 10 or 11 letters left, and when we get done with that, we're going to be moving on to different things. So be sure to put your comments down below. Like, subscribe, and share. That's very important. And again, this is Andy from Mountain Computers. Hope you like these. Do a thumbs up. As far as sponsors go, we've got a couple in the wings that we're working with. Nothing serious yet, but they like us. We got off of Facebook, and we got off of some other things that we used to post, and we would get lots of feedback, especially with SonicWall. And Zazzle liked us, and a couple other technology companies liked us. Red Hat liked us. So anyhow, I'm still using Linux. Mint. I like that one. Peppermint OS 10 is awesome. And I'm running Deepin right now. Deepin is very cool. So anyhow, that's it for today. Andy from Mountain Computers, the Go Green PC Tune-Up Guy. Have a great day, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.